Hello. Hello. Doesn't want to talk. Da-da-da. Hi, Alpha. Happy belated birthday. Yes. Ooh. Ah, Minko. Hello. No, Alpha's run away. Something's up with Thingamajig. I don't know if he's not got his headphones sorted, or I don't know. Go to channel. I'm already in the channel.
So,
hello.
He's there. He's vaping. He was vaping. He thought you'd have a chance with vape. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Test, go.
Yeah, we're ready, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
You good?
I'm good. You good? Yeah, we're all good.
All right then. I've already done the welcome to. I don't know. I saw your thing saying you were streaming, so you must already have all of the welcome bit on YouTube.
Nah, you were silent then. Don't know if you were you shouting off in your little cupboard to nothing.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. It's the pit stop. Down. Like that. Got a little intro music.
Woohoo! Hey, Reese Brown. Hello. Sorry.
All right then. So we're coming in hot with anything. Oh, we can. Hang on. I better get Discord up, don't I? On the iPad, and do we push the sign-ups first?
I can do if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one open.
One day we just decided that the format would find itself right. Well, GTC 7 Livery Championship is still sitting in the background, waiting for Pat to rev it up. He's threatening to do it, but it hasn't actually pulled the trigger on that one yet. Is it on?
Livery Championship amounts Monday the 30th of January. No, I've not seen anything.
No. Come on, Pat. GT Wes is well and truly open for sign-up. I think Digital Blasphemy thought they were racing on last night because he signed up and then said he was asleep. So,
yeah, maybe. But yeah,
definitely was asleep there, DG.
That's got 5 slots remaining.
Is that 5?
Yeah,
Come on, people. What's the matter with you? There's some great racing in the Aston Martin World Endurance Series. Has some interesting tracks. Spa would be lovely. Watkins Glen, Nürburgring, Tokyo Expressway East, Dragons Gardens, Brands Hatch GP. That's more fun than you can shake a penis at. Come on, get yourself signed up. And the last thing on there is under lock and key, so it's to be announced. TBA on the next lineup.
Yeah, just
looking interesting though.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Is that the next Thursday? I know we've got a test coming up. That's rather exciting. Everyone's getting in a buzz.
Yeah.
About the Thursday test.
Yeah, it's only a test, guys. I know that Ensign's proper got behind the long boy.
I suppose it needs testing.
Yeah, he's keen to get it out competitively.
In that one.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not holding out much hope for it, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, then at least then you could probably see if there's at least 2, maybe 3 cars that are the box sort of leveled out. Like, because it's always been between the Porsche and the Toyota, one of the Toyotas anyway. They've got 3 of them now, haven't they?
Well, yeah, there's 3 Toyotas now, but yeah, it's always been between the 919, the TS50, and the TS30.
Yeah.
But obviously they've all each one of the cars has different characteristics in previous seasons, so they suited different tracks. But we'll see what happens.
And what's the test track? What's the track you picked to race that?
Ooh, pass.
Forgotten.
Yeah, I've forgotten.
I couldn't remember either. That's why I asked you.
Hold on. I should have just opened it on my phone. Yeah, bear with me. Deep Forest.
Deep Forest, oh, delicious, man. That sounds great.
Yeah, man.
Barry, do you hear that?
What?
And Watkins Glen is in the World Endurance Series. That's 2 new tracks. Yeah, miserable.
Funny enough, I was having a discussion with somebody earlier on, either today or yesterday. I can't remember, all blows into one.
They should name nameless.
And they were saying about tracks, and obviously actually going through since January, we've added at least 1 or 2 new tracks per season. Obviously, just trying to explain, obviously, explain that we're still feeling our way into it, and basically asked him, "What do you want a whole season just filled with new tracks?" No. So
no, of course he missed the old ones. He'd moan that, I haven't.
Yeah, why haven't we got Spa? Why haven't we got Brands Hatch? Yeah, why haven't we got Nürburgring GP and stuff like that? So, no, we've never really been ones. We've never really been ones to jump onto new tracks and new cars straight away. But they're coming. They're coming through. They're coming through the calendars.
Oh, there's something that the Brown is playing with at the moment. It's getting me tingling. I've not got the patience to wait around for it.
Well, we got 1 week of SEC, and then was it 5 or 6 weeks of GT3?
Yeah, 6, isn't they usually? Aren't they? Oh, I don't know. I'm on GT West. I can tell you now.
Go on then.
It's 6 rounds. 6.
1, 2.
Yeah, no. It had the big number next to it, so I didn't have to count.
You started counting and then looked at the last one.
Realised, look, it says what number they are.
Look at that. Big Dan's even that keen on the Nissan that he's changed that to his profile picture.
Oh, Big Dan, we salute you, bro.
Ooh.
We salute you, Big Dan. Watched the car as well. He private messaged me saying it's good, and I haven't watched it yet, so I'm getting excited.
Oh, and you're the one that was pestering him to watch it. That was so funny in that stream.
That was hard.
That was so funny watching that stream back. You go, Dan. Yeah.
Well, I know he watches, so I was just talking to Big Dan then. I ignored everyone else. I thought when he's watching it back later, he'll be sat there and then suddenly it's like, them like poltergeist moment when the TV starts talking to you. He was going to have one of those. I was hoping he was going to have a couple of beers in him and then just really freak him out while he's just sat there watching a race and suddenly he's like, Dan.
Yeah. Subliminally talking
give him a surreal moment.
Anyway.
Right then, well, that's the sign-ups and some exciting things that we've tickled your bum holes with, but not actually told you what's going on. But definitely Thursday evenings is looking very interesting.
I hope so.
Oh, I shouldn't know things.
You what?
Trial Mountain. That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm giving away.
What was that? You broke up then just before you said Trial Mountain.
I said, it's dangerous me knowing things when I get excited about it because I end up blurting things out and then I blurt out Trial Mountain.
That's right. You can blurt out whatever you like, sir.
No, I like the suspense and letting the big. When's the big reveal for that? How far are we? Thursday evening. We're on.
It'll be.
6. We've got ages yet.
Yeah, sign off will open up for that on the last round. Just after the last round of WRX Challenge, the same way that I always do it. So then they get 2 weeks.
I could see a car in your list that's not going to get anyone in it.
Go on, then. You reckon?
I don't know. I personally just doesn't seem there's a lot of love for that.
I don't know.
Hackle.
But obviously, going on what people have said, the format, it should work quite well.
Okay.
In theory.
Right. Well, we shouldn't keep because we're just teasing them. It's not fair.
No.
It's not fair. We'll talk about it when it's time.
Okay.
Right, I'll go to Suzuka Endurance Coupe, but they didn't take part because we were all
Yeah, we're all Valentine's Day-ish.
round. I don't know if I'd read this. Yeah, I'll tell you the top three. I mean, Homesick and Racer Brown are going into the last round this Tuesday at Bathurst, both on 73 points, and Snorlax is in third on 71 points. So that championship is still wide open for the top three in it. And then you've got a real battle for fourth between Ensign, Jim, Guesty, and possibly Bazza if he gets a good result. So yeah.
You need a really good result. I've got the table up for the stream.
Really good result.
You need a decent result.
Oh, is it on there? So you can see it yourself, can't you?
Yeah.
Mofos. But yeah, Bathurst is going to be the decider. I love it when the last round's the decider because then everyone starts scrambling like Pat and yourself saying, we'll try and feed you how the championships are going during the race.
Well,
like, good. Work. Cheers.
Well, hasn't Pat been your co-pilot for SEC? With
he's waiting, sorry?
Your co-pilot
he's going to come on with me, isn't he? Yeah, he's coming on. Yeah, so I haven't spoken to him for a while about it, but Pat. Tuesday night we should have Pat in the box. Pat in my box, eh?
Hey.
Pat McGroin.
So, yeah, it should be good. I'm looking forward to my usual dropping in and out, seeing how it goes. So
sweet. Right then. Deep exhale for this next one because there's a lot to unravel.
On what?
The WRX Challenge.
that was a crazy race, wasn't it? Yeah, around
Suzuka. That has to be probably in VRC history, maybe one of the most interesting and exciting races that we've ever hosted.
Probably one of the most topsy-turvy.
Out there and say.
One of the topsy-turvy ones with the rain coming and not coming quite enough, and people jumping onto tyres maybe when they didn't need to and stuff like that. But yeah, it was even in the race, I had no idea what was going on.
So going into it, I remember people bugging you at the beginning. Psycho. People bugging you at the very beginning, asking you, is it going to be heavy rain throughout the whole hour? Is it? And you were playing your cards to each other. You just said, is it ever anything other than heavy rain at Suzuka? So I fell for it. I was going in thinking you just got the rain settings on full whack all the way through the whole hour of just watching cars slither around Suzuka. But you decided to go with what a random thing?
No, for the whole season I've used preset weather. But with because there's a setting to make it consistent or not. So if you have it on consistent, it will be consistently that level of rain for the whole race. Maybe with a little bit of heavier and a little bit lighter. But I'd turn that setting off. I've had it off for the whole season. Hence why the rain came and it went and it came and it went. Got heavier, got lighter, and stuff like that. It made for some really interesting the racing. But all I've ever done for the whole WRX challenge is use preset weather. No custom weather or anything like that, because I want to make it just as fair for everybody else, that when they know that, you know, I'd consider it unfair that if I set the weather up, that I would know roughly what's going to happen when, sort of thing.
It's coming.
Yeah. So
it was a banging. It was banging with it was on that fine line of intermediates and racing softs, and you just could tell people just weren't sure out there. Even mid qualifying, people came in to put the racing softs on to take a gamble, and it was like
I did.
Yeah, no, I remember you did, but did you even get onto your fast? I know someone pitted. I said they're not even getting out of that.
Was that Jim? I think maybe, or Daz? Might have been Daz.
Yeah, I think someone came in, and I just thought, you're just not going to get around in time. But yeah, it was exciting, and me thinking that Anton Poika was like some sort of fortune teller, but it turned out it was the game picked him and put him on softs, didn't it? He didn't even want to start on softs.
I don't know. I think he said in the chat, and his wheel went into default mode as well, isn't it? Or something like that. Something happened with his wheel for the first few laps. But
because he just dropped, and I didn't know. I couldn't work it out in the race. I thought his tyres were dead. I thought racing softs were absolutely, even though they only showed a little bit of red, maybe in dampish conditions, they just were no good or something. But no, it turned out it was his wheel.
I know I did get quite frustrated, but on the whole, in retrospect, I actually think I had good fun. The car was natty. You know, you brake you brake thinking you're going one way, and the car decides, nah, you're going somewhere else, mate.
That's it.
But yeah, no, it was good fun. It was good experience. So.
It was a great broadcast. It was a great broadcast with Anton dropping back, and then Matt and Daz hard at it. My heart went for Daz. Was it just he said it was his strategy when he just didn't fuel up enough, or
I can't remember, something along those lines. Yeah, he didn't quite put enough.
Fifth or something, didn't he?
Yeah,
but he was there. He was on for the win. At one point, I thought he was strong on it. But yeah, it was an amazing race. If you haven't watched it on YouTube,
recommend.
I would highly recommend that one.
Yeah,
definitely. So the table in that one, then, so we just pretend that person's not at the top because it's really tight without them.
No, because he is there. But drops, okay. Don't forget though, drops haven't been taken into account. So it's gonna narrow up even further once drops are taken in.
Definitely. So at the top, Anton Poika. Yeah, because Matt Psycho is going to it'd be interesting to see where he is when drop scores come in. Yeah. Anyway, in first place, Anton Poika on 321.5 points. Second place, Daz on 251 points. Homesick Alien third on 245 points. Katula is in fourth on 217 points. Matt Psycho is fifth on 213.5. And in sixth, Ensign Yu at 193 points. Skyjack is seventh on 158 points. With Quick Up not too far behind him in eighth on 145.5. And in ninth, Barry Twins is on 137.5. And Joker's 10 is on 118 points. Pat is 11th on 109.5. And Majid is 12th with 55.5. I don't think he should come back. I think that should be 55.5 all the way till the end just because of the Subaru connection. And then Bandit's 13th with 39.5.
I love the emphasis on the 0.5s.
Well, it's quite annoying, so I thought I'd say it annoyingly.
Okay.
No, it's a better way of doing it. The drop scores before I remember Homesick being absolutely good that he had to drop one of his best races of the season. And I mean, it's just the way it is. Was because it was a single race. It was Suzuka, I think, and he got a win, but he still had to drop it because obviously the single races were lower than the three. So it's the only fairer way of doing it. It makes it better.
Yeah, that was it was funny enough. It was Homesick that actually like, oi, can you not sort it out so that each round has the same score value? So it makes it a bit wacky with the feature race rounds, but. And the half points. Hey ho.
No worse than the Red Bull Juniors, where I thought I'd come up with an amazing scoring scenario, and we ended up with such ridiculous. It's because I didn't want to go into the thousands or something. I can't remember what I've done, but then we ended up dead.
Question: Are you outside in your shed?
I regretted it. I am. Why am I in and out?
Yeah, you're in and out. Are you connected to the Wi-Fi, your home Wi-Fi, or your 4G?
Yeah, but I've gone 3G. I've gone 4G now, so hopefully that's stronger.
All right, okay, cool. Because I remember you saying before that's what you normally do. You normally drop the Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, I probably forgot.
That's fine.
I do
just
that.
Obviously,
am I clearer now?
Yes, you're much clearer now. Obviously, we all love hearing your voice. So hearing it chopping and breaking in and out, not very nice.
Oh yeah, but my voice, it must be getting irritating. I watched some commentary. I don't know why. I wanted to check something out, and it's a lot.
I fall asleep to your commentary.
Hey,
I fall asleep to your commentary. I put a stream on or a playlist and fall asleep.
I haven't been able to do the commentary for SCC, the Stock Car Championship that happened on Friday. I have very many opinions about it, but the boss was at Legoland all day today. I tried logging in twice, but he didn't okay it, because why is he going to be looking at his phone when he's at Legoland?
When he's at Legoland, yeah. No, fair play.
So, well, he said in admin, was it a secret? He did say he was off to Legoland.
He did. Yeah.
He did. Yeah. I can't see that's a problem.
No.
But so I've tried logging in twice to the VRC YouTube channel because I stream from my own.
Yes,
thing
you did.
I
saw it pop up on my YouTube notifications.
Oh, well, the whole idea is because by round 3 I was going to get the VR unit, and I thought, oh, that would be so cool, where you'd see like the first 2 rounds just normal, and then the 3rd round it'd be in VR, and it'd be so cool.
So you're not dropping out now, then?
Do the what? Sorry.
So you're not going to drop out now, then?
Yeah. No, that was the original plan, but look.
Right. Out of all of the rounds, that was the only one that will require that type of racing. The rest of them will be more like normal racing because of the tracks. That was the only.
Why?
That was the only one that where bump drafting and you know and whatnot like that was needed. Because obviously, think about
I didn't mind the bump drafting.
Yeah.
That wasn't my main issue. It's a fuel problem. I've got issues with fuel.
Yeah, I had the same issue.
I don't want to save in sprint. I'm not going to do a season of sprint races where I have to look at my fuel tank. It's not the essence of what I think sprint racing is.
But again,
I think sprint racing is full force, full throttle, all the way to the line.
I agree. I agree with you. But again, it's probably going to be the only one where fuel's going to be a major problem.
Was it? See, I don't know. I just thought that was what it was going to be throughout.
Because we're all
every track would.
No, we're all pushing each other, and obviously your foot was flat to the floor for the entire 15 minutes. Obviously, Blue Moon Bay, you got one braking zone in turn 1, and then you got to lift off and whatnot for turn 3. So I'd anticipate that fuel won't be a big problem or as big a problem for the remaining races. Either that, or we just campaign Talaran to turn it down a little bit.
It's not because I can see how it's fun for you. It's just I don't think I'm at the level where I can start doing, especially timed races. I try and avoid timed races and fuel as well because I haven't got the concentration to work out the points. Like I was so pissed off in the feature. I mean, it's not going to give anything away. I'm not giving nothing of the race away. But in the feature race, because of the way it went in the sprint race, in the feature race, I planned for 12 laps on soft tyres, full whack of fuel. And then I come out of the pits, and it was saying I've got 18 laps worth. And I thought, how the fuck could I only have 12 laps in the first race and 80? So I overfueled, and I was way off the pack because I just assumed. I didn't read the numbers. I was sat there just all of it, pressing buttons and getting on with things. I had it in the head that I needed a full tank with 12 laps to go, and I was going to be golden. And I came out like 4 seconds behind last place with a fat tank of fuel and 18 laps worth of fuel. I didn't need 6 of them.
Funny enough,
so I was just frustrated because that's the way.
I had the opposite problem. So I worked out that I had 12 laps remaining, so I put in 13 laps worth of fuel, and I ran out of fuel on the last lap, even though I calculated it properly. But
I noticed my 18 dropped down to like 16, but I still thought I can't work out fuel with timed and laps and oval, and it just all of it together was like it's just a little bit beyond me, and a little bit it was like. Like I was up for doing MTCC because you don't have to give any kind of strategy thought. It's just sprint races.
Balls out, go to
that race.
Yeah.
And I know you guys, you've been playing it for so long now that you need all these extra bits to make it races more interesting because you've done flat out racing. And
no. We don't need weird calculation things or anything like that. I mean. I'm pretty sure that each and every single person in the audience now likes balls to the wall, flat out racing as much as what you or I do. And if you do agree with what I'm saying, wave your handy things about if you want to. We all like flat out racing. I mean, we all like a little bit of strategy as well. But me personally, my favourite is sprint racing. That's going historically. That's where I get my best results, if you like, where poor qualifying, jump through the pack early on and hopefully get a decent result at the end of it. But I think either A, we campaign Talleyrand to turn down the fuel 1 or 2 points, or just come back for round 2 and see what it's like, mate.
Yeah, I will, because now I can keep an eye. Because in all honesty, in that sprint race, I was in the pack. I was having fun, and I did suspect it was strange that I drove past someone. I was like, how come I'm not? I thought, oh, maybe I'm getting some side slipstream or something. So I was on the side of them.
Yeah.
But I was just going past them along a straight, and I was like, that I did think strange, but I didn't question it. And then it weren't until I think 12 minutes from into the race, I looked down and suddenly I saw my fuel was flashing, and then I thought, well, not allowed to pit in fucking sprint races. What am I going to do? So I turned the engine right down, but still the last lap I'd run out of fuel totally, and I just was like,
oh, mate, I was right behind you. So when you stuck your indicator on, it's like, what's he indicating for? Oh, he's run out of fuel. Oh no. But I was the same, mate. I got to 7 minutes and looked down, and I had less than half a tank, and it was like, oh, this is not going to end well.
no.
But yeah, the whole race after that, it was up and down on the fuel mix and stuff like that. It was a tough one, especially with the because I was like you. There's no way in Talleyrand's going to sort it out, so we need to fuel manage in a sprint race. So I fuel mix 1, pushing Homesick, pushing you to catch up with Talleyrand and Ensign.
Yeah, all of that was great. I was enjoying all of that because we were all shuffling around places, and I thought. So at first, when I was doing it, I thought, well, how's this going to work? We're all just putting our foot down, and we're all just sort of like back to back. And then by lap 2 or 3, we all started shuffling places. And I thought, oh, right, it is. It is working. It is working.
Mm.
And then, like I said, 12 minutes in, and I've enjoyed it, having a great time, thinking, oh, do I bump this person? Do I try and go past this person? It's like, because you see someone's in your rear view mirror giving you a bump. And I'm thinking, well, if I don't bump the person, because I made a mistake the first time, I think you and Alien were behind me, or you and Dan, or someone were behind me and bumped me, and I was just behind Talleyrand.
Yeah.
And really what I should have done is gone past Talleyrand, but I used your guy's bump to bump Talleyrand, and I just thought, why have I just bumped
But that's where the strategy and the chess comes into play, that, you know, you want to do that, but you want to time it within the last lap or coming into the last corner where you get a bump and then you overtake rather than sitting behind somebody. But yeah, I really enjoy oval racing and that strategy side of it. I mean, how many times have you had to do a boring stream on Route X because of me? So, I think we've done 2 on Route X, and the first one was really exciting because you and Rivixter were right at the back, and you both. No. That was PRC. That was season 1 PRC.
PRC, sorry.
So there've been 2 PRC seasons around there, and then 2 Speedfests.
Right.
But I won't lie as well, man. I was a little bit disappointed that the 2.5 hour endurance race wasn't on the oval. I won't lie. So when I realised it was a road course, it was like, oh, okay. Oh.
Well, there's one on tonight, apparently.
Yeah, Daytona 500, no?
2.5 hour. Yeah, we're up against it. That's why Pat's not put his hand up, because he's watching it.
Is it on now?
I could watch it. Yeah, he said it was like flagged out at 7:30 or something on Discord.
Fair enough.
He didn't put a link up for anyone to watch it.
He just kept it selfish, yeah. I'm just wondering, have you got a table for SCC? Did Talleyrand post it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I've got one.
Not like you've got one, have you?
Yeah.
Well, let me have a look. See in the info of SCC. No, it's just lobbies open.
Okay, give me a second.
Sent you one, has he?
No, well, I did the table earlier on today. Or today. Hold on a minute. I'm just waiting for the actual JPEG to load. So Talleyrand won the first race with Homesick Alien in second, and Pat come fourth for his, I believe he said, first podium of the year. So well done, Pat.
Well done, Pat.
And in the second race, Digital Blasphemy took the checker flag with Ensign Ewer in second for his podium of the year. I think he said his first podium of the year.
He said first, but didn't he get one in Dodge?
I don't know. I've not watched Dodge. I didn't take part in Dodge. And then Koi Karp for also his first podium of the year, I think, as well.
Very good.
So at the top of the table, we have Homesick Alien with 29 points. Talleyrand in second place with 27 points. Ensign Hewitt and Digital Blasphemy tied in third with 26 points apiece. Pat in fifth with 25 points. Yokas in sixth with 24 points. Koi in seventh with 23 points. Me in eighth with 21 points. And then you in ninth with 18 points.
Hey!
Woohoo!
I didn't want to take points off you in that feature because I don't know.
You didn't run out of fuel, though, did you? I ran out of fuel.
Yeah, I had shitloads of fuel left. Honestly. I had a quarter of a tank still. You could have had some of mine. I was trying to push you.
Yeah, trying to siphon out your tank as we're driving along. But no, I figured I saw what you were doing. I worked out what you were doing. I was like, no, I'm not having you give me points, mate. You have the points.
Oh, I need them.
Yeah.
I need them because of my fuel strategy thing. But that was all my thinking was. I mean, it's great rules and it's very interesting. And I can see from the comms box, I'm going to have to be keeping an eye on people's tanks as they're going around saying, oh, they're doing okay and they're not doing okay. But for me, I as I don't race as often as you guys and I don't do a lot of the strategy style races, it just seemed like it's too deep an end for me to jump into because it's a big learning curve with the fuel and stuff like that. I mean, I was going on it just to get an idea of what was going on with the tyres and stuff. I mean, Jesus, I had a steep learning curve about checking out your fuel tank once in a while and stuff like that. Maybe look down at that fuel tank, see how it's getting on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the feature race, I don't know what I was doing. I ended up, but because I was at the front, obviously, and Dan and Coy came past me. And then I tried staying with them, but I had my engine turned down to 3 and they just pulled away.
Yeah, they would have been on 1.
And then I was kind of, yeah. And I thought, well, I don't know. Because there was 2 ways. One, they either burn that fuel out early, but I remember thinking, oh, well, then I'll only get 12 laps out of it, so I really need to make it last on these hard tyres so I can do the shorter stint on the softs. So all my thinking was the way it should have been, but yeah, I don't know. And then I found myself just tucked up behind Jokers, Homesick, and someone else. I can't remember.
Me.
And I was just doing the lift. I was at you as well.
Yeah.
I was just lifting and fiddling with my knob, trying to do that thing where they say in the straights, put it on.
Yeah, but see, the trick there is change it from the knob to the buttons to change your MFD settings. The knob on a G29 doesn't work. Oh, you got the new one, haven't you? You got the 920, so that might work. But on the G29, the knob thing barely works properly. So I've changed mine to the up-down buttons on the D-pad.
Oh, right. No, yeah. I was all right changing it. I was just trying to do that thing where when you knock it up in the straights, like you get up to speed and then knock it up to its
knock it.
In the corners.
So you have it on 1 to get out the corner and then dial it to 3 or 4 once you're up to top end.
So I was funny arsing around with that, and I was like, okay, so I'm playing the game, and then I went into the pits because I had to. I think I was out of fuel. Jokers managed to go around again. I don't know how he saved the fuel. So about 1 or 2 of them carried on.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, right, I'll be interested to see where I come out in relation to everyone else. I came out behind Talleyrand by 4 seconds, but Talleyrand was in last place as well. So Talleyrand's obviously his fuel was not, his savings didn't happen as well, or something happened to him.
If I remember rightly, Homesick pitted with more than a quarter of a tank left.
Did he?
Yeah, and I know that I was quite slim with fuel, but I also didn't change tyres to save myself a couple of seconds in the pit. So I stayed on hards. Otherwise, I would have probably come out with Talleyrand rather than Homesick. But the refuel rate was really quite quick. It was really quite tricky to stop it where I wanted it to stop. But hey ho.
I do think, well, maybe that's why I didn't look at how many laps, because I remember it was suddenly I thought, oh, we're done. All right, we're off.
Yeah.
But maybe I just didn't find, because it's a little bit, I'm sure it looked different. It's not right in the middle of the screen like it. I remember, I don't know, GT7 and GT Sport. I thought there was something different when it was just white at the bottom of the screen going up, rather than it's usually a big yellow thing in the middle of the screen.
No, it was always at the bottom of the screen. It was always towards the bottom, yeah. Oh.
All right, well. So my SCC, I just maybe give. I don't want to fuck Tolerand around, but that was all. I just don't want to mess around saying I'll do just one more round, but
well,
it's the same. I'm not going to want to do it again.
Just do the rest of the season. Stop being a little bitch. Stop being a little bitch. I'm joking,
it's just boring though, going round and not really. I'll see. Right, so that was our 3 races this week. I know you haven't seen that third one that we've just been talking about. But if you watch it, then you can retro listen to this and then you'll suddenly be like, oh, was Racer Brown not in that oval thing? Racer Brown was.
No, RB wasn't. I don't even know if RB's signed up.
He's a Tuesday night boy now, isn't he?
Well, now he's been promoted at work. Woohoo! Well, I say that. And Coy's had a promotion at work as well. Woohoo!
Everyone's getting bumps, man.
Just trying to see if yeah. No, RB is not in the sign-up list for SCC. Well, I'm sure after a busy week at work, he's tired and puts his hoodie on and his slippies and curls up with his cup of cocoa and watches. Don't know what's on Friday night. Is it like Strictly Come Dancing or something like that? Apparently Oval doesn't tickle his fancy.
I'll tell you what, Racer Brown, you're not wrong either as shit. It's so boring. You just put your foot down and you're just turning a little bit every time. Although he said we're going to do some braking at the next one.
Yeah, braking.
So it might be more interesting.
A little bit more interesting.
So you wanted to do 2.5 hours of that?
Yeah.
In the Group 1 cars, you'd have to lift or something.
Oh, no, I wouldn't use... I was... Well, that's why I was in the Group 3 car, but yeah, I don't know.
But that's still flooring it all the way, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but again, though, with 2.5 hours of it, you've got a lot more strategy and you've got to time your pit stops, group your pit stops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Coy, don't send me
oval. If you're into oval racing, I bet it's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I enjoy it.
No. Fair play to you.
Yeah. Anywho, I think we've battered that enough, don't you?
You're not convinced me, you mean, yet?
Well, I'm not going to convince you, man. I know you're a man of your own mind, aren't you? So.
I think it would have been okay, except that I didn't know I was going to run out of fuel. And it's annoying because he doesn't, they don't have the fuel usage on in practice, so you can't really...
Yeah, qualifying.
But I still think... Well, yeah, in qualifying I understand because it's just...
Well, no, but if you set the room up with qualifying, but you don't have the fuel use in qualifying, the practice is set up the same as the qualifying. Annoyingly.
Yeah.
And then you end up doing what I do and forget to change the settings.
Like you said, it caught you out.
Yeah, it caught me out. Yeah. Anyway, does anybody want to come up and say hello or talk about their race from at some point over the week?
Anton Boyka, you're destroying it in WRX. Do you think he sat there and done the points about Matt Psycho's drop scores? Have you done the points for Matt Psycho's drop scores?
No, I haven't, in all honesty.
I think Matt Psycho's done the points.
I'm sure Matt would have done the points.
He's gone along just seeing what Anton Boyka's lowest rounds were, just to see the difference between him. It's got to be close, hasn't it? He's got a fair few wins on the
yeah,
as Matt. It's got to be Anton Boyka and Matt the most wins in WRX at the moment.
See, I'd get the table up, but I'm worried that it's going to crash the stream or something like that.
No, it's all right. I've got it up. Anton Boyka's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins over 8 rounds. Well, I'm not counting all them races, bloody hell. And Matt Psycho got 4 wins. So yeah, but Matt Psycho's dropped 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference. Is how many points is Anton going to drop on his drop scores?
It's a tricky one to.
Yeah, I imagine without Excel being able to work it out for me, it's a tough one for my mental math to work out.
Yeah, well, at least 45 Suzuka, I reckon. He's got a win in almost every other round, and then it's just what his lowest round is after that.
Yeah. Which
could have been Colorado Springs or got 50 there. Well, it might be another 50, so it might be about 95 points he's going to drop. And at the moment, Matt Sykes on 213, he's on 321.
That's going to be
it's tight. About 7 points between the pair of the buggers.
Give or take. So I said it'd be interesting when...
One for Pat, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why am I doing that? We've got a statistician now. Thought we hired a statistician, so I didn't have to embarrass myself like this on in air.
On live YouTube streams.
On live, live anything. You can hear me think. It's not fun. Baz has just turned. Has it? Baz has just turned up.
Did you know that there's like a chat channel thing? Hello. Wow.
Hey, on what?
On the in the pit stop. There's a chat thing. Wow.
What's a chat thing?
I don't know. Swipe right, apparently.
People talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Pitstop is now speaker. Skyjacker is now speaker. Oval doesn't tickle my fancy. Suzuka and RBR, I think. Anton will drop at the moment. Hey.
And swipe right.
Oh, the 2 rounds he thinks they're going to drop. Which ones did I say? I said something. Oh no, I said Colorado. I think I counted Sardinia and Suzuka. Is RB less than 35, 40, 53? No, I reckon he's wrong. I reckon Sardinia's less. But I don't want to embarrass Racer Brown, so swipe right.
Swipe right.
Oh, and Baz has found it now, saying, "Good evening, English buddies." Hey, this is all right, but I can't see who's got their hands up. That's the problem.
Nobody.
They'd have to say.
Nobody. No one's got their hands up.
They don't want to talk, do they?
No.
Coy, come and talk about your podium. I reckon he's busy, though, isn't he? Sometimes he says he just listens to us when he's tinkering.
Yeah. Anyway,
why is Racer Brown and Pat purple?
Because they're server boosters.
Okay. What's that mean?
You can boost the server, and it allows us to do things like that. The flashy logo, server logo.
Right.
Allows us to have more emojis and stuff. And the more boosts you get, the better stuff you get.
Well, I didn't know that. I would have boosted if it meant something.
Well, if you go to
someone else's chat, Big Dan's in there.
If you go to the the channel list, where is it on your phone? And you go to the top, and you got your 3 dots.
Okay, hang on.
There should be.
I don't know how to even get out of this.
There should be a boost server bit. But you got to get Nitro, which
3
is
dots. Create channel, create category, create event, edit.
No, what have you got?
Leave surfer. Don't want to press that one. I'm in the wrong place, obviously. Oh no, boost. It says 5 boosts. Do I just click that?
Yeah, click on that.
Oh yeah, boost this server. Right.
Sorry, you don't have to do it right now.
How much does it cost me? Oh, you have to pay. Oh, I see.
You can either pay per boost or you can just get Nitro.
All right, I'll look into that later then. I thought that was just some fun thing that you did. I didn't realise it was like, oh, well, I've got to get the bank card out. I'll do that at some other point. But yeah, cool. Oh, hey, boost. Well done. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Race Around. Appreciate that. Big time. You got a purple one next to your name, Scarjo.
I have.
Sorry.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, why have all the admins got purples? No one tells me anything.
No.
Jesus, I don't want to be left out. I don't want to be the odd one out here.
No, not all the admins have it. And it's something that we've never done is ask for things from people. So if people
admins, they can.
If people find it and work it out and want to help out, they can. If not, then that's no problem at all. So
stop being humble. Give us your fucking money, people.
Discord gets your money, not us.
Well, give Discord your fucking money.
Saying
let's
that,
do this pit stop for heaven's sake.
There is a new feature on Discord. that.
What was that?
I can't remember what it's actually called, but basically, you can make people buy roles. So all the league roles that we have, we could like, if you want to enter this championship and get this role, you need to pay this much money. But we'd never do that. We're not mean like that.
I've just heard in the background, CC Sim Racing's head's just exploded. He's fucking cum in his pants.
But yeah.
That's his dream, wasn't it? He was trying to charge people to race.
Yeah.
Now he can just charge them to have a role. They don't even have to have a race. Bless. I don't know. Sorry, CC Sim. I don't really watch his before in your channel. In all fairness, so you're asking people to pay to do it.
Yeah, server subscriptions. It's called.
All right.
Yeah, how it works. Boys. Create exclusive perks on Discord.
You'll be paying for your racing.
Tell your community to subscribe and grow your subscriber count and start earning some wedge.
Fucking hell. This world we live in now, Skyjack. I tell you what, you used to think the subscriptions were a rip-off. You used to get like these things through the post saying, subscribe to the music library and we'll send you these 3 CDs and then you get to choose 1 CD a month just for £22 a month subscription. And everything's subscription now.
Yeah, everything.
People would look down on you if you got the Littlewoods catalogue and you're paying off something over 12 weeks or something because you couldn't afford to buy it. Or you shouldn't buy something unless you can afford it. That's gone out the window nowadays. I know I'm sounding like an old man and I don't care. But it's mad. It's madness. Even when I first bought Disney Plus, I paid for the year because I didn't want to keep paying for it monthly.
Yeah, likewise.
Because I've got that weird thing where you've got to pay for it before you own it. And now we're in a world where everything's just
subscription
paid monthly.
Yeah.
That's it. It's mad. It's madness. That was old, wasn't it?
Oh, you're just showing your age there, buddy, mate. Don't worry. It's fine. I remember.
That was Legoland.
That was Legoland, boss man. Yeah. Did you go on any rides?
Oh man, no. You can't go on rides in Legoland unless you spend another 30 quid on top of your ticket. You get the fast track.
Fast track.
Man alive. My kid was, we queued up when we were there. We wasted about chuffing 2 hours for this thing that goes under the water. And if you're not sat on the right side, you see fuck all.
Is that the Atlantis ride or something like that?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Me and Tamara had to sit on the side when you look at a wall when you look at the window, so the kids can sit the other side
and see all the Lego.
We made them stand there in fucking 2 hours of searing heat to go on it.
I remember
last time we went there, no rides. We just went and looked at the Lego because the Star Wars is so cool.
Okay, I remember the last time we went, we queued up for like 4 hours for the log flume. It's well worth it though. The picture I got of the kids on it was brilliant. Jeannie's face is hilarious. I'll grab the picture and PM it to you. It's hilarious. Face, absolutely hilarious. But
we're quite close to Portland's Park, so we usually go there because the roller coaster rides there are all right, and because of Peppa Pig World, everyone's in fucking Peppa Pig World, so the rest of the place is quite empty. It's kind of all right. And then I used to call it MILF World. It was amazing in the summer.
But me and Jean quite regularly go.
Let's go and look at all of those old milk pudders hanging out. It's great.
She loves the big coasters. Thorpe Park, Alton Towers.
Oh yeah, no, I remember going to Alton Towers years ago. We queued for something, and then I think it was when Fast Track first come in and we weren't really sure what it was, so we didn't bother with it. And then we were in this queue for ages and we kept seeing these other people on the other side.
Skipping the queue.
Just walking in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm fucking never doing this. This is just a rip-off. I'm not doing this again.
But don't get me wrong, man.
Back to the big one.
Fast Track winds me up. I see it as the biggest cheat, rob, scam going. And I refuse to do it. So... I just cherry pick a day, keep her off school for the day, and take her when it's quiet, and we get a lot more in.
That is genius.
Do you know the best time I ever went to a theme park? Me and my brother-in-law went to Thorpe Park and it was Father's Day, and England were playing in like a World Cup or a Euros. I'm going back years now, and the place was dead, absolutely dead. We'd literally get off one ride and walk round the queue line and get back on again, with nobody else, no waiting. It was fantastic. Anyway.
Well, I think I went to Florida with Homesick in 1999.
Okay.
And we went to Universal Studio and couldn't get on hardly anything.
Yeah.
And then like someone there said, you come when the gates open, you've got about 40 minutes, then you can get all the big rides in.
Yeah, but then that's your lot for the day.
Straight on them.
For how much a ticket? That's your lot for the day, then, isn't it? And for how much it costs for a ticket, just to rush all your rides in 40 minutes is a bit much.
Yeah, well, luckily we had those passes we bought with all part of the excursion. And when you go out there, you buy like 5 days of Disney, and 5 days of Universal, and 3. So it was. Yeah, so we just nipped in there early one morning and got like Back to the Future riding and the other big one, and it's I can't remember what they were now, but it's none of the Star Wars stuff was there. I didn't go to Disney World actually because they didn't have any kind of franchises in '99.
I was just about to say, back then they didn't have anything, did it? It was just Space Mountain and stuff like that, weren't it? Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I wasn't interested.
I don't know what year it was, but I went out there when I was younger. 3 weeks we were out there for.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I think we were like 20 days or something.
Yeah, good. The thing is, man, with how far it is and how much it costs, it's got to be worth doing it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But, like I said, I was a young.
Food didn't agree with me.
I was either an older kid or a young teenager or something like that. 10, 11, 12, something. Well, I can't remember exactly, but anyway. Didn't you want to talk about the fantastic new Formula One liveries that are all really, really different compared to what they have been last year and all the other years that they've been in the sport?
Yeah, let me get your YouTube up on the iPad then, and then I can see what cars you've got going on.
Well,
we can discuss.
To do it quickly, because I had to do the tables as well, as I've put them as a slideshow.
Oh, okay, but we'll talk about them fast.
Yeah. Go on.
You can just pause them, can't you? But the frigging hell, technology does my head in. I closed YouTube whilst I must have been searching for something, and then it's come up still in search, and I got all cuddled and thought, what is that?
Okay.
Should have listened to that, shouldn't I? Just see how far behind it is.
But what you should have done?
You just started asking about F1.
Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it'd be interesting. They're all out now, aren't they?
Yeah.
I know. There's been a couple subtle changes, hasn't there?
Yeah, I mean the Alpha going from black and red instead of red and white.
Yeah, that's the biggest one, isn't it? I think they've added a bit more blue on the Toro Rossa and they've got a red sponsor now. Here we go. So that's the Alpha. It looks, I'm all right with that. I'm down with that. It's all right. I wasn't offended by the original Alpha Romeo, so
to be fair, it was quite tasteful.
Alpha is pretty much the same, and it's got a bit more red on it than last year.
No, this is weird because what you're looking at miles behind from what I'm looking at. Hold on.
Oh, is it? I'm looking at the Alpine at the minute.
See, but isn't it the Alpine? They've got a separate livery for the first.
Yeah, they've got like that pink one, haven't they? For four races.
Yeah. All right.
That's last year's Red Bull. You got the wrong Red Bull.
No. That was a picture uploaded to Google one day ago.
Do you know what? I mean, Ferraris are always going to be Ferraris. There's nothing you can say about that one, really.
No,
it's just,
not really. I say no. I did notice last year a lot of them.
Brave and do that yellow one.
Yeah.
Ours looks all right. No sponsors though, is it again?
Well, you've got one on it.
Are.
Literally the word one. McLaren looks very similar to last year as well, but at least McLaren have had.
It's the funkiest. Yeah. I said it's the funkiest car on the grid, though. It's the most interesting, I'd say.
Yeah.
That's plain carbon. Now, are they saving fuel? Are they saving weight?
I was just about to say, it was actually quite interesting last season, the amount of cars that kept naked carbon front wings, rear wings, side pods, or floor. But it probably is to save a couple of kilograms worth of weight, in fairness.
Yeah.
That's the Mercedes you're on about, isn't it?
Biggest disappointments for me, as always, every year, Red Bull. They seem to want everyone to believe they're this quirky, independent, free-thinking team, but they're so corporate with their branding. Would they just change it up?
Well, they're corporate with everything,
There's so many different Red Bull logos and shit out there, and they just come up always with the same thing. And it's like, when they did that testing camouflage one, that's so cool. Why not just run a season? I know what it is. It's because they want every bloody picture of championship winning cars for them all to look the same.
Yeah. Uniform.
That's it. My biggest next disappointment after that is Williams. And I love Williams, I've got to say.
Why?
Well, when I heard that Gulf was going to be a major sponsor,
you were expecting the orange and pale blue.
I thought we were going to see some beautiful 70s style kind of, you know. I mean, I don't know why Williams are trying to stick to a brand, because Williams aren't Williams anyway, and everyone knows they're not Williams. They're just a team that is owned by a corporation.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Blue is that like the F1 colour or something? Do they always have to be blue?
Well, unless that's their team colour, though, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah. Well, I didn't know. I thought that was just a Rothmans thing. I didn't know they actually had a colour like McLaren have got a cololler, and Ferrari.
Well, I don't know if it's Williams blue, but obviously I'm just saying that that's.
The name's always been in blue, hasn't it? In all fairness, I suppose.
Always, yeah. And obviously they've always had blue of some shade or description in their liveries. Maybe is it the?
I'm thinking of the Wingfield days.
Okay, yeah, that was red and yellow, white, wasn't it? Winfield.
Yeah, with the kangaroo. It was so cool.
Saying that, what was Martini had some blue in it when in the early hybrid era, but
they were nice then cars. It's just had an Maldonado in them. That's okay. And then
Lance Stroll. Well, there's another one then to talk about. There's another one that's gone the same as last year, and every year it's been named Aston Martin as the green with the yellow-ish stripe on it.
Yeah, but I'm still, I mean, I still think they're all been better than the first year. The first year they didn't bother with the yellow stripe. They really missed it. But yeah, I don't know how good their Aston Martin liveries are in you know, that Aston Martin, the famous green with the luminous yellow on it. It's so cool. Yeah. You'd think that there'd be more luminous yellow on that. Aston Martin.
It would be an luminous yellow front wing, wouldn't it, if it was going to go on the GT3 factory team car, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
But
it'd probably look better.
I mean, we're sitting here slagging off that they're not getting creative with their liveries, and I'm the person that drives in a black and green livery every season.
I mean, it looks good, isn't it? As I always think that. It's like Big Dan's sort of slipped into it. He's found his livery.
Rich energy,
and they look good, so you got to stick with them and stuff like that. I've got nothing against that. It's like homesick. I was like, is Repsol one so good on the Subaru? I'm surprised you just don't put that on every single one you race. Be the Repsol guy.
Would it suit, with that sort of livery suit every body style though?
I know, but I've seen Repsol can swap it around. So I've seen like a black, orange, and
okay, fair enough. There you go, homesick.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
I know, obviously, I try and do something different every season, but it's still black and green only and white.
Yeah, I know. Well, this WRX one is wild, isn't it?
Oh, that one, but that's one I did yonks ago and was so happy that I got it back off of GT Sport that I decided I had to use it. So,
and it's been fun. It's been fun to see out there.
It's still black, green, and white. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I think it's cool because then you've always just, you know what you're going into.
Yeah.
When you're going to do a livery, for me, there's so much messing about beforehand. A lot of Googling, manufacturing cars, and then
deleting it all.
Sponsors, and just looking around, seeing what sort of like jumps out at me, and bits of this and bits of that, and then sitting there looking at a white car going round and round on screen for about an hour.
Where do I start?
Then doing all the shit, and then deleting all the shit, and then going to bed. A ridiculous time.
I will admit,
anywhere further on than you were.
It normally only takes me about half an hour, maybe an hour, to do a livery from start to finish.
Well, that's why I went Alpha Tour, because of the whole effort that went into the Mitsubishi Lancers for MTCC. There's a lot of very small decal, like lots of bits and bobs on it. I went just real plain and simple for the stock car. But stock cars usually are. It's either one make all over the car, or it's a shit load of stickers. Yeah. So,
hey man, I did go different for stock car, silver and pink.
Yes, so, I thought it looked very nice in my rearview mirror.
It did look very nice in your rearview mirror. I thought that your AlphaTauri livery looked very nice in my rearview mirror as well when you were in my rearview mirror and not in front of me.
Yeah, and I liked seeing Talleyrand's. That orange and blue was really nice. Yeah. Shiny orange and blue.
Very pretty.
And the home seat. Yeah, they were all very recognisable. I knew who everyone was. It was really strange, because obviously I don't race like you lot do all the time. But I imagine you haven't got the. I imagine you didn't have the time to try and work out who that was. I suppose you got a list next to telling you, I suppose. But no, I just recognised it by the car. I wasn't having to look up at the list to see who's behind me or what. It was nice.
Well, you don't have to look up at the list, because the car name's above the person in front of you.
Oh, is it? Maybe that's how I knew that. I don't know. You know, I get so stressed racing. I cut half stuff out, and I'm just really concentrating on.
I don't understand why you work yourself up so much with racing.
I don't know. It's more relaxing with I don't know. With other people, there's more jeopardy, and then that's where I get sort of like a bit. I'll put someone in the wall. I'm sure it's homesick, but I didn't mean to. Sorry? I was just sort of going out, and then suddenly felt something, and then looked at the radar and thought, "What the fuck are you doing up there?"
Because you pushed him.
Blamed him instantly. Blamed him instantly, obviously, but it was like. And I was like, oh no, it had to be homesick again, didn't it? Every time he's got me. It used to be Alpha Nut that I always hit, and now it seems to be homesick, because Alpha's not there. It's like my magnets are honed in for someone like homesick.
Yeah, but at least you can get away with it with homesick, I suppose.
I'm not sure. We all had to go for our dinner up at his mum's on the next day, and I was outside having a fag, and even his mum come out and said, "Are you not coming in because you knocked my son off the track in this race?"
Really?
I was like, "No, I'm just having a fag." Anyway, he shouldn't have been there.
Not talking to you. Just sitting there and like kids at a dining room table after you took his Nerf gun or something like that. I'm not talking to you.
Took the corner, stupid, didn't he? He should have gone in nice and tight and defended from Noxie. I wouldn't have hit him then. Because he went out wide and come in, he was suddenly there in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing there? I wasn't expecting it.
I expect the unexpected.
Hey, I wasn't the only one. Who locked my brakes on. Jim was lucky he didn't hit anyone, but I saw in the replay he come flying past you and a bunch of other people.
Oh yeah,
did exactly the same thing I did. So,
mate, we all make mistakes.
Company there.
And at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. We all have the, it's being man enough to, apologise afterwards or apologise during the race and redress and all that sort of stuff. But yeah.
How much was it? I just looked down at Talleyrand's still hanging around. He usually just comes in, has a little
nose around and goes,
and then he's on his way. He came in after I was all moaning.
Yeah, he did.
Don't listen to the YouTube channel stream, Talleyrand. I moan a bit about your fuel, fuel for
days. Fuel.
Oh God! If there's not too much to do, and then you got to look at that bloody gauge down in the bottom. Bloody hell! Not enough looking at the radar. It's so stressful. How do you boys do it? I don't know how you boys do it. It's a nightmare.
Nah, it's not. It's alright. You get used to it. The more you do it, the more you get used to it.
I guess.
We're struggling now.
Right, so we've done the F1 liveries. They're all a bit.
We've done rants and raves. We've done races and rounds.
Who's leading? You listening? Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he's there. Who's in the lead? Shall I go? Oh, there's still loads of chat. I forgot about the chat room.
Oh bloody hell! Me too.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm not ignoring you.
Suzuka was great.
Big Dan.
Pitted as rain was coming, and yeah, it did just come and go weirdly as well, didn't it? The rain. Oh, because that's another one. You can't see the radar, can you?
Spin.
You can't see the weather radar.
No.
We'll have to work out a way of doing that.
It doesn't seem like it's strange, isn't it? Yeah, I always can't see why I'm not allowed to see the radar.
No, I've noticed it before.
That came in for intermediates. But Anton Poyka stayed out, and I thought, well, what's he seen that the others haven't?
What do you mean, Barry?
Are you reading them?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not reading them. I'm talking to you.
No, right. Sorry, but there is a way. So I've noticed it before on the streams that when you join a lobby.
Sorry, I've just got to Barry's one. Mash, roast.
Yeah,
that's burning.
Burning. Yeah. I don't know what he's on about because he's older than me, and I'm pretty sure he's older than you as well.
Yeah, but he jumps out of aeroplanes when we.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's got some kahunas and a half. Who's excited for Drive to Survive? No, this season, no, because it's just going to be some arrogant prick walking around with his fake championship.
No, Lewis didn't win.
Whoa!
Anyway, no,
I'm on about the Dutch guy.
So cool. Sorry,
I'm on about the Dutch guy that won his fake world championship.
Right. Dude, look, you've got to feel sorry for him. That kid has been bred to race. He's not had a life. He's got so much childhood trauma coming along with him.
True. But
so poor for him.
But
he's going to come out one day. He's going to just do a Rosberg and say, "Fuck you, I'm done."
Well, he's already hinted, hasn't he, that he's not going to hang around forever. He's not interested in 8 or 9 world titles or something like that. I remember an interview or something like that.
But poor kid hasn't lived.
No, but most of them haven't, have they? By the time they got around to Formula One.
Do you still watch Rocket? Do you still watch? Do you keep up with Rocket Power Mohawk, that YouTuber?
No.
He does a whole video about rage quitting because Max Verstappen rage quit out of the 24-hour thing, and I think he's trying to take the piss out of him, but you can really see his point when he's ranting, saying this is just fucking bollocks.
Yeah, I've seen his rant, which is completely correct. It shouldn't be on a game that's so beyond glitchy and beyond stable and stuff like that, or beyond unstable.
I couldn't believe how bad it was. But then they do explain in that video that one of the drivers was live streaming, and he released that somehow people had seen what the room number was, so they were just getting bombarded. The IP address. Someone had seen the IP address on the live stream.
Yeah, and just hacked it.
So then, so everyone was just BBS in it. I think it's called BB or something like that. That's
way beyond my level of information technology ability or knowledge.
So, the Drive to Survive, I used to like it when the big teams weren't involved. In the first 2 seasons, when it was Haas, Williams, it was interesting, but then soon as like Red Bull and Mercedes had realised it's a good way to fucking push their corporate whoring selves, it became just about Red Bull and Mercedes. That last season, they hardly covered anyone else. They just did Red Bull and Mercedes for a whole season.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed last season, like the 2021 season, the one that covered the 2021 season, but. Yeah, I'm not interested in watching the 2022 season. No. Anyway.
Oh, right. Just because he won? Yeah, but the Mercedes is shit anyway, and I'm wondering...
Granted, Mercedes was shit last year, but I physically can't stand Max Verstappen. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, if the cameras were in at Ferrari for some of those disasters, that's going to be some
true, actually, or even just a fly on the wall in some of their post-race meetings.
Yeah, just I mean, how can Sainz and Leclerc sit there in front of a camera and say good things? about Ferrari after some of the diabolical fuck-ups that they made last season.
Thank you,
I think that
Brown.
part of it will be interesting. It depends what Netflix are allowed to show or not. So I imagine Ferrari.
I'd imagine not a lot. Knowing how Italians are, they wouldn't have a camera anywhere near one of their debriefs, but none of the teams would.
No.
Binko, I appreciate you sending me a message, but my laptop is that slow. It'll take me the rest of the broadcast to open it.
Oh, no.
I'm sure. Oh, actually, I'll get my phone out. Hold on. It's all right. But yeah,
Big Dan sent you a nice picture.
Yeah. Drainage holes for Hamilton tears. DDoS works by flooding the server with digital traffic, forcing it to overload the server. There you go. Thank you very much, Binko.
That's what happened to him.
Yeah.
Cheers, Binks.
Thank you.
65 laps of green flag running. Martin Truex Jr. leading. Danny Hamlin second. And after starting 39th, 40, Jimmy Johnson is 7th. So Jimmy Johnson, he's going to do what I did and run out of fuel.
Yeah, he's giving it the beans.
He's sitting there now thinking, I'm doing all right, you know.
Yeah. And then he looks down at his fuel gauge with 7 minutes left. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm kicking ass here. Hey. Oh, well, the high was as much fun as the low was horrible, so...
Well, it don't matter now because you're doing the rest of the season, so...
VR. Yeah, must add, I'm neither a Hamilton fan nor a Verstappen fan, so don't kill me, says Big Dan. And I'm with you, Skyjacker. So, yeah, it's mixed with Hamilton. I don't like Hamilton just because I think he's a cock. Max Verstappen, I kind of feel sorry for him when I look at him. I know he's arrogant. I know he's a little tosser. But I think it's not his fault. I look at his dad and think, your fault, twat. You were a failed Formula One driver that didn't burn when you should have done.
It's not that. Yeah, all right. He's a dickhead, a bit of a cock, arrogant, and all that sort of stuff. But most of the younger drivers tend to be. But
Lando's nice.
No, Lando's nice enough, yeah. But when you think back to Vettel when he first joined, and Alonso when he was younger and stuff like that, they all come across a bit arrogant and whatnot like that. But for me, it's the fact that the 2021 championship is completely and utterly illegitimate, and here we are in 2023 still talking about it. So I'll shut up because it's.
No, I'm not. I don't care. It was an FIA decision. The FIA run Formula One. They didn't reverse the decision, which they had every right to do. They didn't.
To be fair, they should have null and voided the race result for everybody. It was corrupted.
Possibly.
There's
cheated. So many other things they could have done, but they left it the way they were. And I'm one of them that it made no difference if he won his fucking 8th or he won his first. Shit, he just wanted a good season. I usually don't care who's won the championship by the end. I don't know. I've got favourites. Like this year, I'm hoping Gasly has a good season. I hope he
deserves it. Admittedly, he deserves to have a good season. Hopefully, it's enough to set out his stall and hopefully get into a better team next year. I hope that Sainz and Leclerc have a better season. Whether they will or not at Ferrari, I don't know. I want to see Russell do well, and at least beat Hamilton again. I'd like to see him beat Hamilton in the same car.
I think he can.
And Perez,
he has done so.
Perez for me is a crying shame that he's not won more races and had a decent shot at a title last year. He should have had much better chance
he knows
last
what
year.
He's got to do. He's got to do what Bottas couldn't do. He's got to come out the box fast, and he's got to get more points than Verstappen, and he's got to be the one that controls the championship. He can't. If Verstappen goes ahead, we've seen what Verstappen. What shit he pulls.
But obviously if a new part rolls off the line after testing, ready for the chucking on the car at the round one in Bahrain, is that going to go on Verstappen's car or is it going to go on Perez's car? I think it should be on
the points leader, but in that team.
Yeah, but I'm on about first race of the season. It's going to go on Verstappen's car.
Oh, first race. It's going to go on Verstappen. He's the champion. He's got the number one on his car. So yeah, he'll get the choice.
Perez is there as a support driver only, really, isn't he? He will, Big Dan. He will always get shafted.
He's a picture of how bad the Red Bull Drivers Academy is.
He is. No, the fact they've had to bring it in from outside, it does show just how much the driver program has failed.
Yeah, they've not done very well.
You know, the fact that they've had
in bringing through talent.
Sort of Torpedo, he's tried in Red Bull, gone back to AlphaTauri, now left completely, and you had Buemi and Gasly and what like that. They've all come through and then not made it in the Red Bull, so had to go back to AlphaTauri and eventually left Formula One to go and race some poncy electric cars around a little tiny track that does half the Formula One race distance.
They had one which I thought he had talent, and they just let him go. Was that Verne? Was it
Jules Verne?
Yeah. I don't know why. I always thought he wasn't that bad, and he was racing with someone who did go, like Ricardo or something, and he was keeping him honest.
Yeah.
And like Ricardo went up and someone else came in, and then they let him go, and I was just like, that's odd. That's odd, because I thought he wasn't that bad of a racer. And then I think when he first went to electric, he was sort of doing well, but I haven't heard his name for a long time, so he's probably either faded to the back or who knows.
Yeah.
Who knows what he does.
Don't know. There you go. Race Brown's going to Race Brown's going to let us know quickly. Right then, we've got 15 minutes left. Does anybody want to come and say anything? Tell us we're wrong. Talk about your livery and why you choose something in particular. I saw that Binko's got a new helmet that he needs to sort his sponsors out. I see that.
Yeah, I've got a sort of helmet out. I saw when I was doing my disappointment pose after the SCC, I haven't got a helmet on GT7. I thought it could be a fresh start. Time for a new helmet.
New lid.
So, yeah.
Binko done me a new lid for GT7. So I got that on.
Yeah, I was thinking of asking Binks, but I wouldn't know what direction to send him in. So it'd be hard saying someone, do me a helmet. I don't know what.
Just paint my helmet for me. Make it look really pretty. Why am I singing?
Okay. Yeah, we don't often get that. It's not bad.
No, my singing's awful. My even my talking voice is awful.
Well, I don't know. I could talk about something I wasn't planning on talking about, but it's something I haven't spoken about, and it's about 3 months ago. I've had a lump on my forehead for over a year or so, and I went to the GP to have it looked at because it had gone a bit weird and started scabbing up. And over this whole thing, I had to go and see a dermatologist. Turned out, I've got like skin cancer, but it's not terrible skin cancer. It's like a skin cancer that doesn't spread. It's like it's contained in one place. So I've had it for a while now and stuff like that. And this Wednesday I've got my surgery to get it taken off. That's the whole thing. With Thursday I was really gutted because we didn't have a braking race, so I couldn't do my whole thingy man jig and the lump. But yeah, this is me saying the lump's going finally, so there'll be no thingy man jig in the lump anymore after Wednesday.
I didn't even realise there was a thingy man jig in the lump.
Yeah. I haven't even told my dad. I haven't told anyone because it's when you talk about cancer to people, they get real freaked out, don't they? And it's not a freaked out cancer. It's not a scary cancer. It's not a life-threatening cancer. It's just an ugly lump on the middle of my forehead. So, but I was going to sort of try and say to Homesick or something, the next race, and I know Pat's really behind the race for cancer.
Yeah.
I was going to sort of request maybe we could do a charity one just because I'm a cancer survivor. I don't know.
I'm really taking.
I don't know why. Just because we had this last 15 minutes, and it's something I've had around in my head all this time, and I don't know. It was a weird thing to come out and tell everyone in the group that's going on, because everyone's got something going on.
True,
and
yeah,
now
but
I'm
obviously
to the end of it, and I'm going to get rid of it. I just thought,
And I know that obviously as guys, we don't really talk about shit that gets that's bugging us and whatnot like that. But I'm sure Talleyrand will agree with me that if you want to if you want to do a charity race, let's do it.
Yeah, well, because Pat's always he always runs the banner on his cars for cancer and stuff like that. Because I know we usually do Matt's one. That's why I didn't want to get in the way of Matt's charity, because it's as important, more important.
No,
they all are.
They're equally as important. I mean, obviously we've only gone with SCT twice because last time we got the kids involved.
Yes.
But I agree that, I mean, we were on about doing the next, 2.5 hour charity race for a different charity. So I'm sure Homesick will, because I believe Talaran and Homesick have been trying to pencil the next one in the calendar anyway. So yeah.
I think I saw it in the admin, and that's what made me think it'd be nice if we could, especially. I don't even know, it's the NHS that's lobbing it off. I'm doing this surgery. I'm dreading it, man.
Are you actually like
closer I'm getting to Wednesday? I'm stressing and it's not because I want the cancer removed. Obviously, I want it away and gone. But it's one of them where you've got to stay in hospital all day and just sit in the waiting room, and then they take you in. They take a little bit out. Then you go back to the waiting room while they test it. Yeah. And then you have to go back and they take a little bit more away, and you have to go back and wait. And you just keep repeating the process until when they test it, there's no cancer left. Yeah, and then they stitch you up and you're on your way. But there's no way of knowing how long the process can take. And I hate hospitals. So the idea of sitting in one...
Well, nobody thinks, I want something fun to do today. Let's go visit a hospital. Hospitals are not fun places in general, mate. But shit, man. I mean, whether it's, benign or malignant or whatever, man, it's not a nice thing to go through, I imagine. And
it's been weird. Like I said, I haven't really. Tomorrow, my wife told her mum. I don't know if her mum told Homesick. If not, I haven't told Homesick, so I don't even know if he knows.
Right, I think next time he sees, if he don't know, next time he sees, he's gonna give you a slap. Why you not told me? But no, mate, shit.
We're too busy talking about VRC stuff when we get together.
Yeah, fair do.
But yeah, it's not. That's the weird thing, because it feels like, because it's cancer, and you chat to people about it, it's like, oof, that's big and heavy. But this one, you Google it. I think it's BCC. I couldn't even tell you what it is, but it's something cell cancer or whatever. But if you look it up, it's like, out of every 100 cancer people, the statistics show high cancer. Well, 70% or 70 out of 100 will have the one I've got, which is a really common cancer, and it's got no way of killing you. All it can do is just get uglier and kill skin cells, but it won't kill me. It will just
kill your skin
in that same place.
And I'm sure if it kills your skin, it will end up hurting and causing damage at some point.
I don't go too far down the Google path of what it's gonna slowly eat into my brain.
You can end up
and turn me into Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, you can really end up as down a really deep rabbit hole when you start looking at medical stuff on Google. But
it's one of them. It's a 0.05% thing that it's fatal. So I'm cool. I'm all right. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on saying anything at this point, but because it's happening next Wednesday, and I'm doing comms on Tuesday and comms on Thursday.
Well,
I should be all right.
Scrap comms on Thursday or Tuesday if you need to, mate. They can wait.
It's literally. I'm just going to end up with a little scar on my forehead. It's not like they're not going to make me groggy. I think it's just going to be a local sort of non-thing.
Either which way, man, we'll all be wishing you luck and thinking about you on Wednesday, mate. Yeah. We will. So.
But that's all right. Yeah. It's like I said, it's no big deal. I just thought because of that, it'd be nice to do the next charity event for Race for Cancer or something like that.
Talaran, Homesick, get on it. Why am I saying Talaran and Homesick? Talaran will go Homesick, you can do it on this day, and then Homesick will go cool, and then I'll sort out all the charity stuff. But yeah, between the three of us, between the admin team, we'll certainly sort something out. And yeah, I agree, the next one should be a charity race. So
yeah, and Yeah, I think what it was because obviously the last episode at the beginning, I said, a place for men to go and get their things off their chest and all, just, workshop and all that lot. And then I think I thought about it during the week and thought, well, I didn't say nothing, so what can I expect if people do want to actually open up about something if I wasn't willing to do it? So.
Well, I'll just put this out there then. I mean, people do come and talk to me about stuff, and I don't, unless you say don't. Sorry, unless you specifically say that I can go and talk to other people about it or let other people know, then it won't stay. I won't say anything to anybody. My chat, and I'm sure everybody else has the same sentiment. If anybody wants to get something off their chest or just have a friendly ear, you're more than welcome to drop me a message. Or I'm sure everybody's exactly the same with that sentiment.
Oh, bless. Yeah, I've just read a couple of the messages. You're gonna choke me up, guys. Yeah, I wasn't. That's the thing. I'm never. It feels like, I don't know, when you get sympathy or people say, I don't know. I wasn't fishing for any of it, so I was just.
Well, you're just letting us know, just casually, just dropping it in. Just, oh yeah, by the way, guys, if I'm not feeling up to it on Tuesday or Thursday, this is why. But no, in all seriousness, man,
I'll be playing with Pat. Me and Pat can have a deep talk about cancer on Tuesday evening. Pat's looking forward to it now. Pat, come on.
Yeah.
Honestly, we won't mention it, Pat.
Anyway.
We'll just talk about the race. It'll be a good distraction for me.
So with my strict time schedule and whatnot, I hate to just sweep it all aside, but shall we start wrapping up?
We should. So next week we have got the final round of the troubled Suzuki Swift Endurance Cup Challenge Championship.
Troubled.
Its name's been a mess. The early rules were a bit of a mess.
No, they weren't a mess. They were just finer details.
Yeah, finer details. Sorry, no, Race Brandon Rob's not pissing over your rules in any whatever. I meant that people were finding loopholes when they shouldn't have been. They knew what the rules meant. They just, if it's not in black and white for some people, they think they can take liberties. But yes, the set is going to be a grand final. Man, 3-way to the championship lead, and one of them could be rookie. I'm thinking that would be enough to win an award at the end of the year, unless someone puts something bigger out of their ass.
I mean, we've had
so early in the year.
We've had rookies come in and win championships before. Say rookies, but
you are right.
Yeah, we've had.
I'm trying to think.
Nicholas come in and won GTMC season 1, I believe.
He was a ringer. He was a ringer.
I swear, didn't Stigman won GTMC season 2, 3?
Again, LNR Association. Yeah. I don't think Snorlax wasn't he the one that was like, I just want to give it a go. I've done a bit on dailies and I don't think he's connected to a team in any way or anything like that. I don't think he's come from another racing group.
Snorlax reminds Racer Brown, apparently. Hey. Snorlax reminds Racer Brown of him.
Yeah, but he didn't win his first championship. He won Monza. I'll give him that.
Monza Brown, yeah. Monza Brown. Yeah. But anyway, so we've got second Tuesday, 3-way title fight.
Yeah, and then on Thursday,
yeah,
we've got the WRX Challenge. That was
also at Bathurst. So we've got two Bathursts.
Double bill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Super. And what's that feature?
Endurance 60-minute race through the night.
Oof. That's going to be tight between Psycho, Anton, and Homesick, I think.
Homesick.
I think we're going to see. And Daz as well. He's been throwing in some
good
swerve balls this season. So that's one to tune in for. That's 2 great races at Bathurst this week. Oh, and Monday night, probably, if I can hook up with Talleyrand and get signed in to YouTube, I'll probably do that straight after this. Monday night will be the SCC. You'll hear what we've been talking about for the last 30 minutes. Right then, okay. I think that's everything. There's nothing more, I believe.
No, that's it. So We'll be back next.
Thanks, guys, for being there for me, for opening up to you guys. Everything